Guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? There's my little kitty cat, little Addie cat. She's always pretty close to me no matter where I'm at. So at least she's being good and being on the bed and being quiet because she likes to come and claw the back of the chair and jump all over me. But I love her. She's so sweet. She's getting sweeter as she's getting a little older. She's about a year and a half now. She's still very playful and plays very rough still. I have scratches all over me. I know you probably can't see them, but I've got scratches all over me. My husband, she scratches him really bad because he plays really vigorously with her and she gets him. I'm more careful. My scratches are accidental. Usually I'm holding her or something and she's jumping off me and she accidentally scratches me. So I thought I was going to be working this weekend. We did have a setup for a home and garden show in New Braunfels. We set that up on Thursday, and I thought I'd be working all weekend because the lady there, she's really nice. We do all her shows for her. We do the pipe and drape. If you guys don't know, if you're new to the channel, that's what me and my husband do. We do our own shows and we do the pipe and drape too. So she said, I have an extra booth if you want to come. And I'm like, oh, okay, sure. Because I have tons of sunglasses that I sell. I have lots of jewelry too, but I didn't want to schlep that. I was thinking it's been so sunny here, y'all. It's so beautiful. And this weekend it's going to be close to 70, and Monday and Tuesday it's going to be in the 80s. So I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. Sunglasses should be really good. It's here. It's almost like spring already. Which is really weird. We were having, weather that was 70 degrees, and last year we were in the teens at the same time. So weird. Anyway, so I said, yeah, I want to do that. So, I got all my stuff packed in the car yesterday. I packed everything up, all my sunglasses, everything I would need to do business, and got up early. My kitty woke me up at 4:30 and I just was like, "Oh, I'm just going to get up and drink some coffee because I needed to leave the house by 8 o'clock." And I know that's a long time, but I couldn't go back to sleep. I mean, I tried, I couldn't. So I was like, just going to get up. I stayed in the bed for an hour till like 5:30 and I just got up. Get up and you know, get it going here. So that's what I did. I got up and got all ready, and my husband got up, made him breakfast. I packed us a big lunch and everything. I'm doing Weight Watchers, y'all, now. I changed. My daughter was doing Weight Watchers, and she was doing really, really well. And she kept saying, "You should download the app. You should do it, Mom. You should do it." So I did it years ago, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. So that's what I'm doing now. And I don't know. It's okay. I'll let you know how it goes. So far, I've lost 3 pounds. The first week, I lost 3 pounds, so better than nothing, I guess. But anyway, so we drive. We're about 25 minutes from the New Braunfels Convention Center. So we drive over there. We get there, and everybody else is set up, right? They're not there. They set up the day before, but I didn't want to come. We went there Thursday. I didn't want to turn around and come Friday, and they go over there on Saturday and Sunday. I'm like, I can just set up Saturday morning. Well, the other vendors just squeezed my booth down to you could put a 6 foot table there. You couldn't even get in the booth on either side. I'm like, how can I function like this? I can't even get inside my booth. It's supposed to be 10 foot, not six. It's supposed to be 10. If she would have told me it would be like that, I would just said, no, thank you. I mean, I have a lot of sunglasses. I have a lot of merchandise, and I was thinking, with a 10-foot booth, I can put a table this way and that way. I could fix it up. I know how to do it. 6 foot, you can't get in your booth. You got people on either side of you, and their table is right there on the edge of my table. Can't get in. There's no way to do it. And I mean, there was like 10 people on this row, and they said, "Oh, they need to all move down 2 feet." They had their booth sets and everything. They had a really nice setup, everybody, and they weren't there, and they may not get there till 5 minutes before we open up because they're already set. And I can't wait until the last minute to set up. So I just told her, "That's okay. We're gonna leave. It's all right. Don't worry about it." So we left. So it was a little bit of a downer, but things happen as they should, and I just kind of roll with it. Like I wasn't supposed to be there for some reason. maybe it would have wasted my time. I don't know. I just feel like, and then I get to come home and do a video for y'all. So that's good. I'm like, I'm ready to do something. Let's make a video. So that's what I've done. I want to talk about what's going on, what's going on with Trump, what's going on with Putin and Ukraine. I want to take a look at that. I want to do some reading on all these issues. Also, me and my husband did go vote in the primary, of course, for Beto. So let's hope, everybody else did too. It's so funny. They're like, you need to, it's different now. The voting is all different. It's completely different. The voting machines were different. The way we voted and everything, it was all different. You had to take a paper and go there and put it in the slot, and then take the paper out and then go put it in another computer. It was really weird. I've never, seen it like that before. Maybe other people have voted that way, but I haven't. So that was the first time for us. Usually we're on the machine right there, and you just vote on that one computer. But it was like there were steps. Anyway, so we did. We voted. So let's hope, we want Texas to turn blue. We really do. So when I ask Spirit, help me connect with Trump and see what's going on. And it's so funny. The first thing that I'm seeing with Trump is the way that people around him are handling him and talking to him. That's what they're showing me. And the way that I see this is it's a gray rock. Have you ever heard of gray rock? Narcissist people, they say you just have to you have to gray rock them. I don't know, gray rock. It's like you don't want to go too deep. You don't want to have a deep, meaningful conversation with him. You just want to, like, oh yeah, everything's good. How's the weather? You know what I mean? Very superficial. So the people that are around him have a very superficial, like, way of speaking with him. You know what I mean? You can't challenge him. You can't go too deep or anything. You have to gray rock him. That's what I'm getting, gray rock. I just keep seeing it like a big piece of cement, gray rock. So just know that's the people that are around him. They don't challenge him. They don't have a deep, meaningful conversation with him. Like they don't express their opinions and, give their guidance and tell him what to do. He wouldn't stand for it. He really wouldn't, because he's a narcissist. Okay, so you have to keep the conversation superficial and agreeable, very agreeable. The next thing that I was shown, and I really had trouble understanding this, and I had to kind of look it up because I didn't know. I'm being shown like Trump and his administration has to take some blame for this inflation that we're seeing today, okay? And all these high prices that we're paying, everything going up, up and up and up, it's a lot of because of the things that they did during their administration. We, we're probably, everybody's probably thinking, yeah, that's true. But what I was shown was, I was shown a specific time. It's October 2019, and it had to do with technology. Technology. I kept getting technology. I had to look it up. I'm like, what is it? What is it? So Trump at that time was, making this huge deal with China. Remember that big trade deal that only Trump could do because he's so great at making deals. He made the best deal, with China. So there was a bunch of restrictions put on companies that were selling to China, right? And China was supposed to buy, like $200 billion worth of products from the United States. Never happened. It had never happened. And then the United States put tariffs on all these goods coming from China. So now we're paying higher prices for them. And the Biden administration hasn't changed that deal yet. I hope they will. but they haven't. They're trying to make China adhere to the deal, but they haven't. They haven't done that. So I don't know where that is right now with the Biden administration, but uh, that deal that Trump made is has a lot to do with what the inflation that we're dealing with now has a lot to do with that. Okay? Because all that those tariffs that were put on goods and stuff. And plus, the companies that were selling to China that weren't allowed to anymore because of restrictions, they lost so much money, and that money goes into the economy. That money goes to pay salaries, and salaries go to pay rent and utilities and food and having fun and things like that. So there's a lot here. So I had to look that up. I had no idea what that was about. Um, a technology deal in 2019, October of 2019. And I don't usually get very specific dates, but I got a very specific, well, the month of October anyway in 2019. So yeah, he's you know he's very accountable for what's happening right now. And now people are trying to blame Biden, like he's not doing enough. Our gas went down like 7 cents today for some odd reason. I don't know why, but it went down, and we are really happy to see that. We had to go fill up our tank. So we're like, all right, gas has gone down. Fantastic. Might have been yesterday because we filled up yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. And now it looks like that Trump will have to be deposed. He's going to have to sit for the questions. He didn't want to. That Letitia James, she is on his tail. She's going to get him. She's going to be the first one to get him. And he he will probably plead the fifth if he goes over there. I mean, his attorneys will be with him, and they'll want him to plead the fifth. You know, but what was it Trump said that pleading the fifth was for mobsters? And if you're innocent, why would you plead the fifth if you're innocent? He said, if you plead the fifth, that means you're guilty. So, but it doesn't matter. Whatever he says, he does. He does. There's 19 legal cases against Trump right now. 19. I just want to know if Trump is going to be held responsible this year for anything at all. He has a lot to be held responsible for. He could appeal to the Supreme Court, you know, and he may do that. He may appeal it to the Supreme Court just to delay, and before he's has to, go in and answer some questions. But ultimately, I think he will. So let's take a look and see how Trump is going to fare this year. I also want to know, I myself, I get the feeling that he won't run for president. I've always said that, but I don't think Trump will run for president. So we'll just take a look at that. Just look and see if how's it going to go for Trump? Is he going to be held accountable this year for anything? There's 19 legal cases. Surely something. Oh, and what about him taking those 15 boxes that had classified material, to Mar-a-Lago with him? Will he be accountable for that? The National Archives says Trump still has some records. They think he still has some. So, they asked the DOJ to investigate that. He's such an embarrassment to the United States. He's really made a mockery of the presidency. He's such an embarrassment. He really is. This is a violation of the Presidential Records Act, and he should be held accountable for that. Oh, and y'all know that, he tore up papers. I guess he didn't like them or something. He didn't want no one to see it or He thinks if he tears it up into pieces, nobody was gonna, pick up the pieces, but they did. They picked up the pieces and they taped them all together. So, and then there was one account of him chewing on some of the pieces that he tore up. I guess some of the paper. I wonder what those papers had written on them that he had to eat them and flush them down the toilet too. He flushed them down the toilet. He stopped up the White House toilet evidently regularly. Regularly. So there's got to be a lot of missing documents. Lots of things are missing. So he should be held accountable. And I just want to know, will he be held accountable this year? We've been waiting and waiting for this. Every time I do a reading on Trump, he would get good. I just want to know what's going on with Trump. Is he going to be held accountable? So let's take a look. Okay, this is for Trump. I usually just lay out the cards and then turn on the camera because it takes a long time to shuffle and then lay them all out. Mm. Oh man, it's not going to go good for Trump. It is not going to go good for Trump. It really isn't. Yes, because there's so many lawsuits against him. Uh, this is opportunity for Trump to actually be held accountable. This is a very good opportunity. I think. I think we'll see it. We will see it. Had to pause for a minute. I don't know if y'all could hear. My husband's out there hammering. The fire party that he was telling you all about. He's getting ready for it, so he's fixing a bench out there. So I have to. He might start drilling in a minute. I might have to pause it again. The next card is Five of Cups. So things don't go the way that Trump had hoped. Definitely, um, he's going to be really upset. He's going to be very disappointed and very unhappy. Very unhappy. He's going to be very unhappy. So it looks like he's going to be held accountable. Look at this card, y'all. Yeah, the tower. Shit is going to hit the fan this year for Trump. You can bet on it. You can bet on it. And I think this last card I pulled, I think this is that Letitia James from New York District Attorney. I think she's getting him. I think this is her. She's going to be very successful in prosecuting Trump. You know, she is. I think that's her. So not gonna be a good year for Trump, definitely. He will be held accountable. Yes, he will. Definitely. Can you imagine if it was me or you that did even one of the things that Trump has done? If we took some documents home, we'd we'd be in jail probably. They'd be going after us. Sure. So the next thing we want to look at is Putin. Is he going to invade Ukraine? Now, I had done a little reading myself on Putin invading Ukraine, and I had gotten that it looked like there would be, it's like delayed, and, some things were going on, and then all of a sudden, boom, it happens that they'll invade Ukraine. So, what I want to know is will he really invade Ukraine? And will it be successful? And what's going to happen to the people there? And I know is it western part of Ukraine? The people there, I think that's where it was. I guess they're pro-Russian and they want Putin, and they're kind of helping him. At least that's what we hear on the news. I don't know. All right, let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at Putin. Putin is the same age as my husband. They're both 71 years old. I can't believe Putin's 71. I think he looks pretty good for 71 years old. My husband looks good for 71. He looks pretty good too. All right, let's just take a look at that. Okay, let's take a look here. See what we can get. Let's see if I get the same because that's what I was getting. Now, Biden made that speech yesterday. I didn't get to look, I didn't get to see it, but I saw like clips of it on the news. For some reason, I missed it. I don't know what I was doing. But he said Putin has made up his mind. He's going to invade Ukraine. He's 71 and he now has to worry about the legacy he's leaving behind. Hmm. They are still, he's still talking. So Ace of Wands, I think they're still talking to him. I think there's still an avenue of diplomacy open, and they're still talking. That's what I'm seeing here. I think he's ready to invade. Two of Pentacles. He's trying to find the right time. It's about balance, right? To invade. I remember hearing Biden when he was making that statement. He said um, that they're going to be using this false flag operation to justify going in, and I don't know, it's like I don't know, they're being assaulted and so they have to defend themselves and go in, something like that. But Biden called him out on it. So he may be trying something different now. So he's just trying to balance things out, I guess, for the world, because the world is watching what he's doing. So he's really trying to find a balance, how he can do this and get away with it, without causing so much stir. Four of Cups. This is about greed. This is complete greed. That's all it is. Putin wants to have more power and also hold on to power. Uh, he has this. He's hanging on to this idea. This is really what he wants to do is put the Soviet Union back together. So this is him, you know, clinging or hanging on to that idea. And he's 71 years old now. That's what he wants to do. His legacy is I put the Soviet Union back together, So that's really, I mean, he's made up his mind. Definitely he's made up his mind. That's really what he wants to do. That's what he wants to be remembered for. So yeah, he's going to invade. I really think he's going to invade Ukraine. This isn't just for play. The last card I pulled is King of Pentacles. That tells me, yes, he's going to be successful. He's going to successfully invade Ukraine. Okay, he will do that, yes. And then I just needed a clarification on that. I'm like, can you clarify that? And then I got this card, Six of Cups, return home. So does he return back home? Is he going to return back home? Or are the Ukrainian people going to return back home to the Soviet Union, to Russia? Are they going to return to Russia? And so I'm kind of stumped on that a little bit. So I'm going to pull one more card for that because I'm not really understanding it. Now I have the Three of Pentacles. This is about working together. So, I don't know. It may be that they pull back out. Maybe they pull back out and return back to Russia, and then they work together with Ukraine. They work out something. This is working together, you know? So this is kind of weird. And I could actually read it that the Ukrainians return home to Russia. It could be that, and then they work together. But it could be both ways. So we have to kind of see what's going to happen here because I'm not sure. You can read that both ways, but definitely he's going to invade Ukraine. He is going to do it. Okay, he really is. I hope that I hope the least amount of bloodshed. Just pray for those people of Ukraine. I remember seeing an elderly lady, like in her 90s, saying she's ready to, arm herself with a gun and kill the Russians that come across the border to get her. God bless them. God bless them. Just pray for peace. Pray that the Ukrainian people will be blessed and protected, and just pray for peace. You guys, I think the best thing that we can do, you pray for peace and all, we just visualize a peaceful outcome. Everything's going to work out. Just keep visualizing, saying everything's going to work out fine. Everything is going to work out good. They're going to work out their differences. They're going to, mediate, and everything is going to work out for the best. Let's keep thinking those thoughts, that let's be really positive. Okay. You know what I didn't find out when I was doing Trump, I said I was going to ask if he was still going to run for president. So if he's going to be indicted this year, I would assume he's not going to run for president. And it looks like he's not going to have a good year. And you got the tower and all that. So we can just assume easily that he is not going to run for president, you know. But of course, those indictments can't come soon enough. We've been waiting for a long time. Let's take a look at Stacey Abrams. I surely hope she can be elected as governor of Georgia. Wouldn't that be wonderful? She would make a good governor, definitely. And that's what Georgia needs. Somebody like her, and we need her. Let's take a look at Stacey Abrams real quick and see how are things gonna shake out for her. Is Stacey Abrams going to be elected governor? Will she be elected governor? Will she be elected governor? Honestly, let's take a look. What can I tell everybody? Will Stacey Abrams be elected governor? How's she going to do? All right. I think that's good. Got the Putin off of it. Let's go to Stacey Abrams. Stacey Abrams. I love that lady. She is so articulate and she's so intelligent. I love listening to her speak. She is a nice lady. All right. Ooh. She's looking really, really good. Feeling good. Okay. Wow. So she's coming out strong. This is a wonderful opportunity this is Ace of Cups, so it's a really good opportunity for, Georgia to elect a wonderful governor. I think, it starts out so good. This is so good. But there's something in the past that's hindering it. The next card I pulled is the Sun card. So this feels really good. Things are going very, very well. Everybody's enjoying, this process and has a lot of hope. And we feel really good about her chances. And then all of a sudden, Five of Pentacles. Something happens and slows everything down. Okay, so it doesn't look good. It looks like this is difficulties. She's gonna go through some kind of difficulty. Something's gonna come up and, slow down this momentum that she's got going, which is really unfortunate. And then and look, this is the last card I pulled. This is so sad. Seven of Swords. So it's like this election gets stolen from her again. That is so crummy. So it doesn't look good for Stacey Abrams. I am so sorry. I hope that, I hope this is wrong, but that's what I'm getting that, we'll see what happens. We'll see how it shakes out, but it looks like the election will be stolen from her once again. I'm sorry to say that. Okay, I went ahead and shuffled the cards. I put the camera on pause for a minute. My husband is hammering and he let the dog loose. The big dog's gone. I can hear him barking at the neighbors, so he's out. And the other dog's here barking too because she got stuck in. I don't know how that happened. One got out and one is in. The big dog can jump off the deck, so he probably was out there with my husband and jumped off the deck. Little dog didn't get a chance. Okay, so Beto, let's see. The first card I pulled for him is Queen of Cups. So he's got a lot of support from women. That's what I'm getting from this. He's such a compassionate, honest man, and women really love that in a man. We love that honesty, we love that compassion that he has, and he's got a lot of support from us women for sure. Ten of Wands. It's a struggle. It is going to be a struggle for him. It's not going to be easy, definitely. But he's getting lots of money, y'all. Ace of Pentacles, lots of money. He's getting a lot of uh, campaign contributions, So at least he'll have plenty of money to fund his campaign for sure. Looks good. In those regards, that looks good. Last card that I pulled is the Page of Swords. This is kind of a funny card to pull at the very end. He is ready to be the governor of Texas. He's up for the challenge, but this card indicates um, that we're not really supposed to know the outcome right now. For some reason, we can't know, or maybe it's just not set in stone yet. So it's just not, it's not written, Uh, when I see the page, it makes me stop and say, oh, okay, there's a delay here, So we're going to have to read on Beto a little, further down the road, maybe in a couple more months. We'll read on him again and see what happens. But right now, this is a delay on us knowing what's going to happen. We're not supposed to know. And sometimes that happens, y'all. Sometimes we're just not supposed to know. But it looks good. He's getting plenty of money. He's got support from women. Of course, we know this is a struggle, but we really need to get rid of Abbott. So hopefully that he'll be able to do that. So I'll read on him again a little bit later. Um, but that's what I'm getting. So I wish I could, Stacey Abrams, it was very apparent, what to read the cards in her situation. It's too bad. And I hope it's wrong. I mean, it could be wrong. You never know. It could be wrong. But right now, it's kind of up in the air for Beto. It really is. It's just kind of up in the air. So we'll see how that goes. I have to tell y'all, I have not seen, or I did not see one commercial for Beto. I live here in South Texas. I never saw him. I'm seeing commercials for all kinds of Republicans like mad. I mean, like mad. But I haven't seen him. Now, I know he's on the internet a lot, and you see a lot of, Twitter, Facebook, and things like that. But as far as commercials like during the news time here, we're just seeing one Republican after the other, and there's never a Democrat. Never. I'm like, that's not fair. I thought they were supposed to have equal time. I don't know if y'all hear that banging. He started just banging again. I guess that's a sign for me to get off here. Hear it? Okay, guys, so I better go. I'm going to wrap this up anyway. It's past 30 minutes, a little bit harder to load. It's getting a little bit too long. So guys, I really appreciate you watching my videos and being with me, and all the good wishes, thoughts, and prayers. Remember to keep the Ukrainian people in your prayers. I love you guys so much. If you'd like to get a reading with me, look down below and you can send me an email. Also, if you'd like to be put on a healing session, I can do that for you. I'd be happy to, or if you have a pet, or if you have a friend or a family member that you would like added to a healing session, I'm happy to do that for you. I don't charge for the healing sessions, and I really do feel that they're doing people a lot of good. I get a lot of good feedback. So, it doesn't hurt to have a little extra love and light and healing in your life. So if you need some, let me know. And I'm happy to also do chakra balancing, energy work that you need done. If you have, something going on in your home, something funky, we can deal with that too. Okay. All right, guys. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I know a lot of people are probably going to be watching this maybe Monday, but it's Saturday. So, y'all have a wonderful day, wonderful weekend. God bless you. I love you guys so much. Thank you for everything, all the comments, and like I said, all the prayers, all the blessings that you give me and my family. I really appreciate them. I really do. Feels so good to have this community around me. I love you guys. I really do. I wish I could get on here more, and I'm going to try to be more vigilant. I have a lot on my plate. I do a lot every day. So hopefully I can organize my time a little better. All right, guys. Love y'all so much. Do something kind for somebody, it'll always come back to you. Bye for now.